He drops the pills from his hand and kicks them across the floor. "Nothing is working!" he shouts, frustration boiling over as pain runs through his body again. "There has to be another way." His voice cracks, his hope fading, until a calm voice behind him says, "There is, but you've been looking in the wrong place." He turns quickly. "What do you mean?" An older man steps forward, holding a small bundle of dried leaves. "Nature solved problems long before humans created pills," he says quietly. That moment begins a journey that completely changes how he sees healing. They travel first to India, where he is introduced to a powerful plant called ashwagandha. A local healer grinds the root slowly. "This calms the mind, reduces stress, and restores strength," she explains. He looks skeptical. "Just this?" She nods. "Try it." Hours later, his body feels lighter. His breathing slows. "I feel different," he admits. She smiles. "Because healing doesn't always come from what you expect." The realization hits hard. Next, in China, he encounters ginseng. An elderly practitioner hands him a prepared drink. "This increases energy and strengthens the body over time," he says. He takes a sip, still unsure. "And people rely on this?" The man nods. "For generations." He shakes his head in disbelief. "So the answers have always been here." The journey deepens. In Brazil, deep in the Amazon, he sees something shocking. A guide cuts into a tree, and a thick red liquid flows out. "What is that?" he asks, stepping back. "Dragon's blood sap," the guide replies. "It heals wounds and stops infections." He stares at it. "It looks unreal." The guide smiles. "Nature doesn't need to look normal to work." The tension builds. Then, in South Africa, he is shown aloe vera growing naturally. A woman breaks a leaf and applies the gel to a burn. "Watch," she says. Within minutes, the redness begins to reduce. He leans closer. "That fast?" She nods. "Simple, but powerful." If this is opening your eyes already, take a second to like this video and subscribe, because what you're about to discover next might completely change how you see everyday plants. The journey becomes more intense. In Peru, high in the mountains, he discovers maca root. A local farmer holds it up proudly. "This boosts energy, strength, and balance," he explains. He raises an eyebrow. "So this helps the body perform better?" "Yes," the farmer replies. "Naturally." He nods slowly. "No chemicals, just nature." The understanding grows. Then in Australia, he finds the tea tree plant. An expert applies its oil to a skin infection. "This kills bacteria," she explains. He watches carefully. "So this replaces medicine?" She shakes her head. "It supports healing." That distinction hits him. Healing isn't always about replacement, it's about balance. The emotional shift begins. He sits quietly one evening, reflecting on everything he has seen. "All these plants, all this knowledge," he says softly. "And most people don't even know." The older man beside him nods. "Because people stopped paying attention." The turning point arrives. He returns home, but everything feels different. He walks past plants he once ignored and pauses. "This could heal. That could help," he murmurs. A friend notices. "You've changed," she says. He smiles slightly. "I've learned." She folds her arms. "Learned what?" He looks at her seriously. "That we've been surrounded by answers and never noticed." She goes silent. The message lands. Now the story turns to you. How many natural remedies have you ignored because they look too simple? How much healing power is right in front of you? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your perspective might open someone else's eyes. If this story made you see things differently, hit the like button so more people can discover these hidden truths. Share this with someone who needs to learn something new. You might change their life. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might reveal something even more powerful. Because the truth is simple. Nature has always had the answers. We just stopped listening. He stops in the middle of the road, staring at a small plant growing through a crack in the ground. All this time, he whispers, shaking his head slowly. I would have stepped on this without thinking. His friend looks at him confused. It's just a weed. He turns, eyes sharper now. That's what we've been taught to believe. The shift in him is real. Days later, he visits one more place, determined to understand deeper. In Madagascar, he is introduced to a plant that changes everything. A local researcher holds up a simple-looking flower. This plant helped create treatments for serious diseases, she explains. He frowns. You mean something this ordinary saved lives? She nods. Yes, but only because someone took the time to study it. That hits him hard. Not every discovery is hidden. Some are ignored. The journey intensifies again. In Mexico, he learns about the nopal cactus. A local farmer slices it open and hands him a piece. This helps control blood sugar, the farmer says. He hesitates. So people eat this for health? Yes, the farmer replies. It's part of our daily life. He takes a bite, still unsure. Something so common can do all that? The farmer smiles. That's the beauty of it. The understanding deepens further. Then, in Indonesia, he encounters turmeric growing naturally. A woman grinds it into a paste. This reduces inflammation and helps the body heal, she says. He watches carefully. And this has been used for years? She nods. Generations. He exhales slowly. So the knowledge was always there. The emotional peak arrives. He sits alone one night, reflecting on every country, every plant, every lesson. We didn't lose knowledge, he says quietly. We ignored it. The older man beside him looks over. And now? He takes a deep breath. Now I understand. He stands up, more confident than ever. This isn't just about plants, he continues. It's about awareness, respect, and paying attention. The story begins to close with a powerful shift. He returns home, but his mindset is completely transformed. Every plant he sees now carries meaning. Every leaf feels like potential. His friend notices again. So, what are you going to do with all this knowledge? She asks. He smiles slightly. Share it. That answer changes everything. Because knowledge only matters when it's passed on. Now the story turns to you. How many powerful things have you ignored simply because they looked ordinary? What if the solution to a problem you have right now is growing somewhere near you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a real conversation. If this story opened your eyes, hit the like button so more people can discover the hidden power of nature. Share this with someone who needs to see things differently. You might change their life. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might reveal something even more shocking. Because the truth is simple. Nature never stopped providing. We just stopped noticing.